Brum, 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 brum. No, firtless, I'm actually not playing toy cars, would you believe it or not, while I'm dying in bed. I got a lot of these cars that I've collected for a long time. Anyone who is in America right now should recognise these right off the bat. If you don't, what is wrong with you? Maybe you're just a millennial, I don't know. They don't make them like this no more. Anyway, this video is something to do while I'm in recovery of man flu. I've never been this ill in all my life, I don't think. Oh, I have actually, that's a lie. That's just such an overstatement, dramatic statement. What I want to talk about, because I can't really do anything paranormal because I just don't feel up to it at all, is a video I wanted to do before, not related to anything like this, but I wanted to talk about, how do I describe this, about getting the wrong ideas of things, because I don't want people to think wrong. First of all, before I do this, yes, I am legal, my car is insured, etc, 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 right? But I'm going to do before I start this is I don't condone any of this, okay, what I'm about to teach you. But what I do condone is survival. And sometimes, you're trying to play by the rules, but sometimes the rules are a little bit unfair. I mean, this is for Britain, really. I don't know if this will really work in America. I mean, the tips and stuff will, but, We have a thing over here called ANPR. Automatic number plate recognition system, which means I'm this car, I don't know, robbed a bank, and I've got no insurance, got no tax, got no MOT, and this is a policeman. I don't actually have any policeman cars, but never mind. And I'm driving this way, police car's driving this way. He'll know, just as he drives past me, if I am insured or not. And obviously, if I'm not, he's going to come after me and pull me over, and then I'm going to be in fucking trouble. So you can't really get away with driving around without insurance. So, but trust me, if I'm illegal, I'd have been done by now. So, any slimy firtless out there that want to convey that myth. Okay, so, if you really want to know how much my insurance cost, it cost me £900. Ouch, yep, that's what you get when you come after a ban. Anyway, so, let's talk about the MOT system over here, and a lot of countries have this. You have to have your car tested every year to see if it's safe. Now, this is a great idea because obviously people don't really understand to maintain a car and stuff, but sometimes it can get a little bit, bureaucratic and ridiculous. I've seen cars fail on the most ridiculous things that has nothing to do with safety. It's just being bureaucratical and awkward. And this costs money, obviously. And silly rules. For instance, car goes in for MOT. It doesn't pass, it fails on, I don't know, one thing that's bureaucratical, nothing really to do with the safety of the car. A leaky exhaust, we'll say. Now, that's not safety, but it does need doing. Now, the minute you come out of that MOT garage and your car has failed, even though you're going to come back, once you've got the money to repair your exhaust, you've got to do it within a week, or else you have to pay for another test, but a week, so you've got to save your pennies because you're on a budget, you're on a shit job or whatever. The minute you come out, your car is now illegal because it's had a test and it's deemed an unsafe car, even though you have it once a day. And even though they say that the MOT actually only lasts a day, the next day it doesn't really count. Your car could be illegal anyway, so it's up to you to keep it roadworthy. So that's a bit of a silly principle in that way. It's just once a year they want to just check it out, which is fair enough, but it is getting ridiculous now. This is why it's good to own an older car, provided it's in good condition and it's not falling apart, obviously. Because the rules aren't so stringent and ridiculous, Honestly, you've got no idea how strict the rules are getting, what? That's nothing to do with safety, that's just being awkward. So anyway, you're now illegal, so that means you could be pulled over and in trouble and all sorts, And the tax system. Now, you have to tax a car. To tax a car, though, you need to be MOT'd and insured, and you need the logbook. But I've had problems taxing my car and all the rest of it due to fucking everything's all automated now. You can't speak to a human being. It is ridiculous and it is stupid. So, again, you're trying to do everything right. You've got the money to even do everything right, but things are going wrong. So what this is about, I'm not condoning anything or, telling you what you should be doing. You should be trying to be as legal as possible, and if you can't, stay off the road if you can. But if you have a job and you have to go somewhere, you need to employ some tactics to keep you going until you're sorted. But the first main thing I will stress, and I do not condone in any way or form, if you don't have insurance on your car, I don't want to help you. I don't even want you to employ these techniques, okay? This is more to do with just your MOT has expired or you've been failed and things like that. You must be insured. If you're not insured, I don't agree with you at all. If you're purposely going out of your way to not insure your vehicle, that's not cool, because if you hit somebody, kill somebody, or whatever else, you know this, okay? That's the whole fundamental basis of having insurance, all right? So this is purely for trying to, just not be done by the bureaucrats, I guess. You're doing everything right. You're going to the MOT bay in under a week once your paycheck goes through to get your blowy exhaust sorted. But in the meantime, you got to work. And to work, you can't walk it, or you don't, or certainly cycle it, but it's not far to go, etc. And what was the difference between that MOT 4 days ago, because you had leaky exhaust then, and now? You with me? That kind of situation. So let's talk about it. Driving. So, like I said, police cars, they come the other way and they'll know if you're insured. So ideally, you need to go back roads and stay away from the main city centres, because they have ANPR cameras absolutely everywhere. That's the first thing. Fair enough. No worries. Next thing you should do is try and follow a car, obviously. That's good. Now, I don't suggest tailgating, because obviously, you can get in trouble if you tailgate if someone slams on the brakes, and especially if your brakes are not much good because your MOT has failed heavily. If your car's failed heavily off MOT, then maybe you should just sit it down somewhere until you've got the money to fix it or whatever else. But I'm talking about, like I said, someone who understands their car. They probably know these techniques anyway. It's always a pointless fucking video. It's just something to do while I'm not very well. Really sorry, guys. So, a police car is coming the other way. Okay, now this automatic number plate system reads quite quick, but if you're good enough, as you see your cop car approaching towards you, the other way, drive up close to the other car. Yum, he will not get your number plate. Nice little tip there. Next thing, have you got a friend? Because obviously there's a chance a cop car can come up behind you. Da-da. If you see one coming, you obviously need to turn off somewhere, ideally as quick as you can. If you've got a friend who will follow you for the duration of you being able to drive out an MOT for however long, that's even better, because that keeps you safe. And if you've got another friend who can sit in front of you, then you're really, you're a very sociable creature, aren't you? And you'll be all right. You could probably spend the whole of your driving days doing that. No. Get it sorted. So, another tip, this is where things can get scary, and this can be a lifesaver, this one. So, you're driving along, all fucking paranoid because, your MOT is a day out or whatever, and you're actually heading to the garage anyway, but, you're paranoid and you're driving this way, and a cop car pulls at a junction. Uh-oh, because you know what's going to happen. As soon as he goes past you, he's going to come up behind you, ANPR is going to go off, you're going to get pulled over, and everything's going to go wrong. They're going to throw you in jail and all the rest of it. Most coppers are right. If you just explain the situation, they're not so bad, But it's obvious if you're purposely trying to fuck things over, honestly. So, this is what you do. You see the copper at the junction, pull in. Indicate. Yeah, I mean, serious. And then you come around and go this way. Don't look at the copper, by the way. That's the biggest thing they do. If you look at them, yeah, they're going to... You can just ignore that. You're innocent, right? Look the part, be innocent. If your car looks like a fucking shed, then well, so go this way, and that ANPR will not go off because you can't, the ANPR is facing forward, okay, so it's not going to see it because the plate's at the front, and as you come round, you with me? He carries on his way. You keep going a little bit, make sure he's out of sight. Once he's out of sight, stop. Then you can reverse, come out this way, and then carry on with your journey. Preferably go the opposite way to the copper as quick as you can. That's another good tip. Trucks are good, hide behind trucks. If there's a tractor in front, don't overtake a tractor, follow the tractor. I know it's slow to going, but you've got to do what you've got to do. These are all tips you can do to, just keep yourself aplenty and safe as well, because you're obviously driving a lot more slower these days. So yeah, that's about it really. Just a 10-minute video of a couple of little tips you can do to, play for a tiny bit of time while you're getting your MOT sorted or whatever. That's what it's about. Please note, I do not condone. I'm actually very against people that don't have insurance on their car. That is not cool. But, sometimes when, silly bureaucratic rules, for instance, That's nothing to do with safety, that's just to do with taxing, you know. We've all got to pay the tax, so pay the fucking tax, but you're trying to, and, you know, the automated system isn't picking up your fucking documents because it's stupid. I've had this problem before, just pretty recently, so to say. You get where I'm coming from? So, yeah, that's it really. At the end of the day, get it sorted as quickly as you can, and then, you know, then you won't have to be paranoid and employ these techniques. And obviously, don't go cruising all day and night going, yeehaw, let's go out for a drive, people. Only drive when really, really necessary. That is the obvious thing. You know, you're only going to and from work or picking up the kids from school or whatever, you know. So, yeah. I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea of this at all. You know, stay legal, people. But yeah, you know, that's it. I'm just droning on now. I'll be back to my operational self soon, but like I said, I'm in bed, as you can see, not very well, playing with fucking toy cars. I think I really have lost my mind. Bye-bye, Firtless.